Hey guys, how you doing? Okay, today I want to talk about the metric system and specifically converting numbers within the metric system. The great thing about converting numbers in the metric system is that it is all base 10. You're literally multiplying or dividing by 1,110 and so on. And that's super easy to do, and there's a little cheat with that, which I'll tell you about after. But if you need the visual, there is a chart that you can find pretty much anywhere online that looks very similar to this, or it's a variation of that, where we're starting over here with everything that has the prefix kilo, because kilo tells me I'm working with 1,000. For example, 3 kilometers. If I want to know how many meters that is, well, I'm going to multiply by 1,000. And I know that 3 kilometers equals 3,000 meters. And then vice versa. If I have 3,000 meters, I know that I could divide it by 1,000, and that gives me 3 kilometers. The same thing works whether you're working with kiloliters, kilograms, kilometers. Again, you hear that kilo at the beginning. That tells you you're working with 1,000. If we're going the other way, we got centi, we got centiliter, centimeter, centigram. You go further to milliliter, millimeter, milligram. Centi tells you you're going to be working with 100, and milli is telling me that I'm working with 10. And it is converting between. So all you need to do is say, okay, if I'm going from liters to kiloliters, I'm going to multiply by 100. If I'm going from kiloliters to milliliters, I'm going to multiply by 10. And vice versa if you work backwards. Because again, kilo is 1,000. Centi is 100th. And milli is 1,000. But we're going to be working with multiplying 10, 100, and so on. Now, the question comes up, well, what if I've got to jump from liters to milliliters? Well, you have two choices. Choice number one, do 2 steps. It's never bad to do multiple steps. You can go from liters, multiply by 100 to get kiloliters, and then multiply by 10 to get to milliliters. Done. Problem solved. You got to jump those multiple steps, do a little bit of extra math. But you don't want to do the math. There's a cheat. All right? And now the cheat doesn't help you understand why it works. It's just a quick way to do it. What's more important is visualizing this and seeing why it works. But the cheat is all about the decimal. All right, and the first thing we got to take a look at is a number. So let's say we've got this number right here. I've got 52. All right, I'm gonna say I have 52 liters. Well, 52 liters. All right, where's the decimal in 52 liters? The decimal always comes after the 1. So I know my decimal is right there. Now it's all about shifting our decimal. If I am moving from left to right on my chart, I'm going to shift my decimal from left to right. If I'm moving from right to left on my chart, I'm going to shift my decimal from right to left. But the question is, how many places do I move the decimal? Super easy. You count the zeros. If I'm going from liters to kiloliters, or centiliters, I apologize, I'm going to look at this. I'm multiplying by 100. If I multiply by 100, I'm going to shift the decimal 2 place values. So 52 liters equals, take my 52, and I want to make it centiliters. Well, it equals 5,200 centiliters. And it's all because I shifted that place value over 2. The same thing works if I'm going backwards. Let's say, for example, I have 35 3/10 millimeters, and I want to go to meters. Well, I'm going to go from millimeters to meters. If I'm going to go over this far, there's 1, 2, 3 zeros. I'm going to back this decimal up 1, 2, 3 places, and it's going to give me that right there. It's about counting the decimals and counting the zeros, moving the decimal. But it's easier if you could remember kilo is 1,000, centi we're multiplying by 100, milli we're multiplying by 10. Just something to think about. Again, charts like this all over the place online. I got one here. I found one. You could adjust them, make them for whatever you need. Great study tools. Take some time, look at it. But in a clutch, you want to do it fast, count the zeros, shift the decimal. All right, that's it for today. Good luck.